everybody, I'm Crimson as always with Real Women Gaming, and I get to sit here with Carla of Weird Giraffe Games.
Hello.
I'm actually very excited to speak with you as always. I had a fun time listening to your Introverts panel, Networking for Introverts panel at PAX Unplugged.
Well, I'm glad that you came. It was like one of the more stressful panels, like probably the most stressful panel I've ever been on.
It was funny to see a panel of introverts really stressed out about talking about networking. And it was like to me it's adorable because I'm an extrovert, but I still get like really panicked during panels and everything. It doesn't matter if it's 5 people or if it's 50 people, but like I just love that you're like, we need to do this, and you all got up there and you did it, and you informed not only me but my business partner, one of the women who run Real Women Gaming, was like, we need to go to this, and Von Ree was very happy at the end of it because she is my introvert, and I throw her into a lot of social situations she is not prepared for.
Yeah, well, I fully understand the whole like being shoved into social situations. Sometimes it's me doing the shoving, and it's like, why am I even doing this to myself? But it's all for the best experience, and that's what we're here for.
Exactly. Get your amazing games out there, and I have had the absolute privilege of playing Fire in the Library, uh, which
Great.
I absolutely love. I loved and I have to admit I loved and I hated because I'm a big book person. So the fact
hmm
that there were burning books was killing my soul.
Well, like that's kind of why books were chosen because like books aren't alive. Like it's not as bad as like it's not like saving like giraffes from getting eaten by lions or something. It's not like super sad like that. But it is still very impactful because like we don't want the knowledge to be lost.
Yeah, the Library of Alexandria is the perfect thing. Like we don't know what we lost from that. So and I played it with Von Ree, who was studying to be a librarian. So as she was flinging fire at us to burn our books, she was crying. She was like, "I'm so sorry." But it was amazing fun. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. We loved every moment of it. I won, so getting to tell somebody who was training to be a librarian that I was the head librarian was bittersweet. It made me feel good, and it made her feel miserable, which makes it even better, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I definitely agree. Beth Sobel did amazing with the artwork. She's fantastic.
Yeah, the artwork was incredible. It was one of the easier games learning to play, which I absolutely love. As somebody who plays board games, that first time you always play, you're always fumbling over like the rules and what's done, and it felt a lot more cohesive, a lot easier to understand and go through as we were playing, which was wonderful. Um, and again, flinging fire at my friends makes it even better.
Yes.
But you have a game that's on Kickstarter right now called Tumbletown.
Yes, I do. It is Tumbletown. It's on Kickstarter now. It is a game for 1 to 4 players where you are trying to become the mayor of Tumbletown, and you're doing this um, by making your own little Tumbletown. And I think one of the best parts of the game is that, like, well, one, it has 100 dice, but you're taking these dice and you're making like little buildings out of them. Like, so you make like little buildings, and
Oh,
there's
nice.
yeah, and you have like the spatial puzzle of where you're going to put the buildings. But when you're choosing which buildings to build, like you could choose based off of there's a set collection thing where you're just trying to get your certain icon. But each building does a certain thing. Like you can get dice manipulation power, so it makes it easier to build buildings. You can get engine building things, so it's easier to get more dice. You can get one-time abilities, or you can get different scoring goals. Like so you can get additional things where maybe you now get points for getting for each building that you make that's a height of 3, and things like that. So there's a lot of choices and stuff, and you get to build your little town.
I love building things. That
hmm
is one of my favorite things to do. I play, video game wise, I play a lot of the games where I have to mine resources and build things.
Yeah. Well, like I really like when you play a game and like when you're done playing the game, you get to look at this thing that you built and be really proud of it.
That's amazing. And so you built Tumbletown as a group, or is it just you?
So the designer is Kevin Russ, but I've been developing it for about 2 years.
Wow.
Um, yeah, it's definitely been a group effort.
Nice. And why the Wild West?
Well, Kevin, he's like a super interesting person, and his job is photography, and he basically just travels around the U.S. taking pictures of things. And one of his favorite places to go is the desert, where he just goes and he's alone and just taking pictures and getting inspiration.
Nice. I love that. It's
Mhm.
Wild West is one of my favorite things to play in, not direct. I love a lot of games like Doomtown, Deadlands, anything like that. It's just full of like mystery and wonder and different. It's not fantasy, it's not sci-fi, it's something completely on its own. So it's a wonderful take.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed like going and like getting all the artwork and stuff for Tumbletown made because it's just so different. And seeing all the pictures, like I sent Kevin with a copy of Tumbletown into the desert to like take all these pictures of like Tumbletown and cacti and just dirt and like stone, and it's just been really great to like see all these different things that you don't normally see.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so you've been working on Tumbletown for 2 years now?
Yeah, just a little under two
A little
years.
under 2 years. And is it met all of your expectations?
Yes. Yeah, I've been really excited about it. And it's just been like such a great process. I really like collaborating with people to make games. So like collaborating with Kevin, like we have gone back and forth and just made it so much better over the 2 years. Like each iteration has been really fun and different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been like honing in to making a great product.
That's amazing. And Tumbletown is your oh I've lost count. How many games do you have out now?
With Weird Giraffe Games, I believe it's the fifth game.
Okay.
I always like I lose track. I know Super Hack Override was our first, then Stellar Leap, Fire in the Library, Dreams of Tomorrow, Big Easy Busking just released, and yeah, I feel like that's five.
Yeah, and
Um,
you have two more that you're still working on.
yes, well, I have a number more.
Yeah.
Well, I carry around like so I'm at a design retreat this weekend, and I have something like 20 games on me. And I also run another company called Galactic Raptor Games, where we have Kingdoms of the Deep, or Kingdoms of the Deep is coming out, but Animal Kingdoms released in January. So, yes, there's always something going on.
So you just like to be more busy than humanly possible.
I mean, like, I just try, like, one of the things I do is I try to get better, like, just focus on getting better. Like we're all gonna make mistakes, and that's fine. But like, if I can learn from every mistake I make, then that would be wonderful. So I try to do more and better, but that means I am like always doing more than I really can do. So every day is really exciting.
Awesome. And how long have you been in the gaming industry?
I started my company, Weird Draft Games, in 2016.
Wow. And
So,
I have to ask the question: do you find it hard being a woman in the board game industry?
it's definitely like I wish things were different. It would be great if it was like 50-50 women and we didn't have to like talk about this, but that's not the case. Um, it there's a lot going on. Like, I've gotten into interactions with people that haven't been pleasant, and there's always like this thought in the back of my head, like, are they reacting like this because I'm a woman, or is this
Mm-hmm.
happening because I'm a woman? And like, you can't be sure. Um, what I like to think about or like talk about for this is like at one time in my life I was just a logo. I was like the Weird Draft Games logo, and that's who I was on social media. And when that happened, like I eventually became my profile picture because Jamie Stegmeyer was like, "Oh yeah, we should all be people, and it's easier to engage when we're like people." But when that happened, like I went from, just being online and interacting with people to like getting told how to do anything and everything all the time.
Mm,
And that hasn't stopped, even though I've been in the industry for a while. And yeah, you're just, things are, I feel like they're just not as easy when you're a woman. On the other, there's all these great women groups and communities, and we try to uh, help each other and hold each other up when we need it. So that's also, it's been really nice.
yeah.
Um, uh,
Yeah. Well, one day, hopefully, nobody will tell you how to do your own job. But until then, at least that we have each other to make sure that we don't go insane.
yeah. It's always like nice to have like the nice like closed community where we can be like, whoa, I had a bad day and I'm just gonna vent, and that's okay because there's other women out there that fully understand what you're going through.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
I have been playing video games, and I have been playing video games since D&D since I was 15. Board games for I have no idea how long. And my favorite is when people tell me how hard Nintendo games were, or how to play my D&D character correctly. And my response is usually like, I was doing that before you were born. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I say a lot of very not nice things, but my therapist says that's okay. I can do that. So
Yeah.
my big question is, um, what? Well, I have all of my questions are big questions, but what would you tell any women who are out there, have been just trying to design a board game for years, feel like it's not going to go anywhere, kind of stuck? Any advice for them?
Stick to it. I think one thing that has been like really hard for me to overcome is the whole like confidence issue, and the fact that sometimes I go to design retreat or I go somewhere, and I'm like the only woman in the room, and it's one of those things where it makes me super nervous, like I don't belong there, but I want everyone to know that like they do belong there. Like just because you're a woman or a minority and you don't look like every other designer out there doesn't mean that you don't have a place. Um, just stick to it, and you can do anything that you want as long as you don't give up. So if you ever need help, reach out, and there's going to be plenty of people that are willing to help you as long as you're willing to like ask for the help.
Wonderful. I would be very sad if I didn't have Fire in the Library. I took that with me to we did a charity event. I sat in the mall for 10 hours straight trying to get money, and I took Fire in the Library with me, and we sat there and we played Fire in the Library and a couple other games that we were introduced to at PAX. And I love introducing people to new games, and they're like, "What's this? This is great artwork," and everything. And of course, I have to say thank you because that helps draw them in, so then I can get money from them for children's for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia is what we're raising money for. So beautiful artwork and gameplay draws them in, and then I can get money for charity, and it makes me happy.
Well, thank you so much for doing that. You're doing wonderful things.
Thank you. I just like the fact that I could sit in a mall for 10 hours and play board games, and it was and everybody was fine with it, and I got to eat fried chicken for lunch. It was wonderful.
Well, I mean, that's great.
Exactly. And I've been dying to ask, why weird giraffe games?
So, my last name is Cop.
Okay.
I really like obscure animals. I grew up on Animal Planet. So I was trying to come up with a company name, and at the time there was four of us, and I was like, okay, well, what's the logo gonna be? And I have like minor skills in like graphics and stuff. Like I can make pixel things.
Mm-hmm.
So I pixeled out a little Okapi, and I was like, okay, guys, this is what do you think of Okapi games? And I made the logo and showed it to them, and they just looked at me, and it was like they just didn't get it. They didn't care. So I went back and I was like, okay, well, I made this little pixel okapi. Um, what can the like company name be? And I looked at it and I was like, well, people might not know okapis, but what an okapi is, it's a weird giraffe. So I changed the name on the logo to Weird Giraffe Games,
Mm-hmm.
and they were okay with it. So we just went with it, and I was just excited about like my little pixel giraffe thing. Um, but yeah, we got the joke because I spelled it okapi, like instead of like the animal, I spelled it like cop, like my name,
Okay.
because like, why not? But the why not is that nobody knows what okapis are.
I had
But
no idea.
anyone, yeah, I mean, if you go look on Google, they're like these really cool animals. They're the only relative of the giraffe.
Okay.
Like they have kind of a long neck, but they also have the zebra stripes on their back, and they're just super cool.
Wait,
They live in,
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I mean they're at Disney, they're in zoos. People have seen them, but like you just don't remember them until somebody like tells you.
Yeah, I didn't know they were called a copy.
Yeah,
Okay, there it is. Right?
yeah,
That's adorable. I always like, I always look at them and I'm like, it's a horse, giraffe, zebra.
yeah. Essentially,
they're they're adorable. I love that. That's a great story. And giraffes are beautiful animals.
yeah. Well, and now I am like my impact on the world, other than making games that I think are bringing joy to people, is like in the board game industry. So many more people know what the okapi is.
Yes, and now we can never forget because every time I see a giraffe, I'm going to think about their cousin, the okapi,
Yes.
which is
So
wonderful. I actually, after this, I'm going to go watch some okapi videos because I watched a bunch of giraffe videos the other day. Made me very, very happy because somebody said, "Have you ever seen a giraffe drink?" I said, "No," and they're like, "Google it. It's my new favorite thing."
well, and now is a great time to go look at videos because I feel like the Cincinnati Zoo has like a baby okapi, and they take like videos.
Even better. I think Cincinnati Zoo is doing the virtual tour right now too, since they're
Mm.
closed. That's amazing. I'm super excited. I
You can see the little okapi going around,
now I'm
being
gonna
happy.
just spend 2 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock in the morning watching Okapi videos and seeing if I can get pictures of the baby Okapi from Cincinnati Zoo. That's amazing.
Hmm.
Um, I love your games. I'm so blessed that you bequeathed them to us, and I can't wait to show everybody else, and I can't wait to take them everywhere with me, and I can't wait to play Tumbletown, which you are you past your goal yet?
Yes, we made our funding goal a few weeks ago, and we have about 9 days left at this.
Nice.
Yes, so it's very exciting. We hit 40K uh like a day ago, so that's been like wonderful. It might be the best Kickstarter ever, which I'm so thankful for. It's really been such an exciting project to work on.
Wonderful. And it's great to hear Kickstarter success stories as well. I know a lot of people are nervous about starting Kickstarter or going on there. Excuse me. Me as a backer, I've had my money taken, and that's fine. It happens. It was like 20 bucks. I'm not too worried about it. But it's great to see success stories, especially people who keep coming back to Kickstarter to get their games funded. And that's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, Kickstarter is an amazing tool. Like I wouldn't be able to make games, so I'm very glad that it's there and that so many people are willing to like put their faith in me to make a game. Like this is gonna be, I think, my seventh successful Kickstarter I've run. So I
Wow.
mean, I delivered all the rest of them, so I will most likely deliver this one unless something goes weird. But yeah, I I
Knock on
feel very
fiberwood
confident.
or whatever this is.
Yeah, like I even if like this gets a little bit worse, I still think like we can make the game. It'll just what coronavirus will do is just make it take a little bit longer than what I would hope.
I
So
can't wait. I cannot wait to play it. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see you again at PAX Unplugged.
yeah, it should be wonderful. Like if it happens this year. So it should hopefully happen.
We have until November, please, somebody.
Yeah. Hopefully this is all just a distant memory, like a bad dream at that point in time.
Exactly. So, uh, what conventions might you be at coming up?
So I have a large convention schedule this year. I'm going to Proto Knoxville, Proto Atlanta. I'll be at Origins, Geekway to the West, Gen Con, maybe Dice Tower East. I'm going to Grand Con for the first time. Uh,
Nice.
PAX Unplugged.
Yay! PAX Unplugged was such a wonderful time. It was our first PAX. I love it. It's
Yes,
so overwhelming and so wonderful at the same time.
definitely. Like it's such a big convention, but it's really nice. I like it. It's probably in my top three. Like I like Origins and I like PAX Unplugged a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of people, but it was a lot of fun. And there's so many board games there. There's so many people, and I love just people just bought games and they sat down and they were like, all right, we're gonna play a game. And that was the coolest thing, watching people play games, taking pictures of it, and then I'm like, all right, this looks interesting. We should go see what this is about. But that didn't happen. I didn't get past the first 3 aisles, and there were 20. I underestimated how big PAX was.
Yes, it is certainly very large, and there's so many like panels and things to do and games to play and like booths to see. Like you can't really do it all. You can
Exactly.
try.
Yes, I tried. I tried and I failed, but that's fine. I still had fun.
Hmm.
So you have we have you Weird Giraffe Games for your Twitter. You also have a website.
Yeah, so the Twitter is Weird Giraffes. The website is weirdgiraffegames.com, and I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. I have a subreddit now.
Nice.
Who knows about the future?
I
I'm on like all the platforms.
I love your cat photos. You have gorgeous cats.
Thank
I was perusing through your Instagram and I was like, I'm gonna follow just so I can get more pictures of your cats attempting to play games.
yeah. So my Instagram is mainly just pictures of games and cats, and sometimes games with cats. I mean, why not?
That's really all we need on the internet. Games and cats, and then cats with games. And I think that's it. That's all we should do.
Yeah, I mean, life would be simpler.
Wonderful. Do you have anything else you want to plug or promote besides your amazing Kickstarter that has 9 days left? And you can find all the links below so you can go back this wonderful thing.
Yeah. The Kickstarter's at weirddraftgames.com/tumbletown, and you can go visit that. But also, we recently released Big Easy Busking. It's not in retail yet, but it should be next month if retail still exists, which it should, but we will see. But you could also still order it from us if you go to weirddraftgames.com, I think /store, and you can check it out. And Big Easy Busking, it is a game about being in New Orleans and being a street musician and trying to hit it big. It has area control, but it's a really cool area control because it's two-step. Because, I mean, songs take time to play, so
Yep.
you start a song on one turn and you can end it on the next turn, and you can kind of change your mind on how you're going to play it between those two things. And I love it because people always do things that I don't expect, which means I lose this game a lot. But so yes, it's
That's
Big Easy
amazing.
Busking.
I can't wait to play it. That sounds amazing.
Well, hopefully sometime this year.
Sometime this year, hopefully. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I appreciate you talking to me today. It has been a wonderful time. I am so happy that you are already funded, and I hope that you get all the stretch goals and everything done.
Well, thank you so much, and thanks for having me on, and thanks for anyone who's watching this. You're all wonderful.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.
Thanks so much for watching. If you were entertained by that video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more wacky, zany content here at Real Women of Gaming. And here are 2 randomly selected videos that YouTube thinks you enjoy. There's this special awesome one over here on the left, and there's this crazy wonderful one over here on the right. So you just click on one of them. Just click on one of them.